And to buy a horse, it'll probably take you 2 years of saving up your cash to be able to buy a horse. Right, so that's all we've got manure for. We've got 4 different crops in there at the moment. We've got space for another 6 strips of 5 at that end of the field. But we got, drink and need to eat. Got to think about trying to get this house up and running. Dandelions. Let's have them because apparently they're good for stamina. Right. Now we may have to build the house here next to that field, which is way further from the bridge than I wanted to, but just for speed and to get things up and running, that's the way we might have to do it. So put that bag away. Need to eat. Where are we? Flatbread, there we are. Only got the one. Wow. Right. Eat that. Dried meat. Yeah, we don't have anything else to eat. It's worth eating. So let's go check our trap. We did have a trap down here. Put a trap down or not? I can't remember. No, it doesn't look like we've put one down yet. Alright. Enough sticks. Enough to do it. Where we normally put it, we'll put it next to this tree. Computer craft, go to furniture and decorations, go to traps, rabbit trap, there we go. That on the go. Right. Torch away. 6 logs please. That's 8, that's 8, that's 6. Over encumbered with that. A long slow job, especially if we've got to transfer all the logs up here. But having a small house next to this field is probably a good idea because it means we can put a farmer in it when we move into a bigger house. So please do not give me something as blocking. Right. Get it on a north-south alignment. Let's try and move it back from the road just a little bit. That. Right, what have we got in our inventory? Straw? No, the straw's on the road back there. Right, so we want 4 logs plus the straw. Or first of all, that's wrong. 4. Yes. Right, first of all we want to change all of this to stone. Edit. Doorway, stone, edit, wall, stone, edit, put a window wall in there, stone, edit, solid wall, stone, edit, wall, stone, edit, solid wall, stone, edit, solid wall, stone, edit, the wall, stone, right, edit, stone, edit to stone. We can't change the roof to plank right now, to shingle right now, because we don't have the wood yard, the level 2 wood yard, I believe, for that. So we're just going to have to leave that as thatch. Wait and see. On the road, enjoying the ASMR. Oh. I'm glad you think it's ASMR. See, Bear there knows what I'm on about, Stuart. I'm an old fart. I can't do two things at once. Or as I used to say to my mum, I can't do two things at once. You try picking your nose and looking at it. Right, the straw was down here. I like to get the roof done first. There's the straw. Have that. That's the 4 logs for the roof. So take that. That puts us immediately overweight. Great. This house is way further up the road than I would normally want for my first house. Way further up. I'm going to have to clear every tree off the riverbank, and the sooner we can get a workshop down, the sooner I can dig out those roots, take the pickaxe to the rocks, break them up, do everything we can to try and get that that terrain sorted out. They've changed the animation on using the builder's axe. Look, builder's hammer. Right, now I'm going to drop that straw in the middle of the road here. Pick it up later. Pretty heavy. Right, now we want logs. In fact, we want more stones and logs. If I get the logs first, it's 8. That's 8. Take that 8 in. That's put us overweight. That's the zoom. Well, it can't be the fertilizer because we put the fertilizer on the field, didn't we? Thanks for the knowledge of the game. I'm loving the open world aspect of it. I'm just walking around at the moment. Don't walk around too long because you'll run out of food and stuff, and you won't have a way to get more. You got to get your food production underway as quickly as possible. Stone. Oh, no, we've got no stone on us, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 logs, and it's all about the stone. Daylight is arriving. 2 logs, that's 8 logs. 6 logs. Logs just puts over the top again. Oh, there's a stone axe and some mead there. We'll pick them up in a minute. That doesn't need logs. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. That one does. Right, no more logs required. Check. Sticks, we can drop those. Leave them there. We'll pick them up in a minute. Stone is what we want now. 8 stone in there. 16 stone in there. Seriously overweight. It's going to take forever. Hold on. Drop half of them. Stone there. Stone, 6 stone. Take those 2. 7 stone. Can't take that. Keep running. The reason I didn't want to build all the way up here. Just running about. Got 3 stones left, so we'll throw them into the front door. Don't say that's night time again already. Good God. It's only just daytime. And my browser's just crashed again. Bought that in a second. 4, I think, was the axe, wasn't it? Three is the pickaxe. Not getting anything at all on that stone. About these ones. Up there, just sticks. Stone left there. Cleared out this side of stone, didn't? Sunlight is very low level. Just give me the bloody stone and not all the have time for this nonsense. The end of the season soon. This game, since the update, the game feels different in so many small little ways that the only way that you would understand is if you played the game a lot during the alpha. And I'm not going to say all of it is for the better. A lot of it is better. I mean, more content is obviously better. Any game that adds content to itself, see an improvement, but it's just lots of small, imperceptible little ways where it just doesn't feel like the same game. And I mean, it's tiny little changes. You would have had to have put a lot of hours into the alpha like I did to be able to notice them. The bot has issues, it's in denial. Currently at 0 subscribers. Knows of no subs when I clearly have 5 new ones. Yeah, I know. Something's gone wrong with the bot. It maybe needs reconnected to Twitch. They've got this stupid thing where every 28 days you've got to reauthorize it. And it's a real pain in the ass. Yay, house done. Talk to Deborah Niga, Unigost's wife, basically. Oh, and we got berry bushes right at the back of the house. Useful. Need more compost. That's one thing. Right. Now that we've got a box, we can offload a load of this crap that we're carrying. Fishing spear can go in there. The simple bag can go in there for now. Stone sickle can go in there for now. Oh. St. John's Wort. Beetroot seeds. Oh, what did I just put in there that I didn't mean to? Simple torch. Right, beetroot seeds. All of them in there. Cabbage seeds. All of them in there. Carrot seed. Ditto. Feathers. Same. Flax. Flax seed. Just like 7 Days to Die and every other survival game, this. First priority is to get storage up and running. That you can offload all your loot. And stones, they can sit out on the road. Rain. Go in there. Right, that's helped a bit. Oh. Right, the sticks and stones can go out on the road. That hammer away. Now then, where did we have our stuff on? Oh, there it is. So, sticks, drop 8. Stone, drop all 4. Straw, I'm going to put inside here. Don't want to risk it despawning. I've got the space for it, so. Go and get those other materials brought up, and I have to find something to take into town and sell. Just overweight there. I'm going to use that rock to stop the logs rolling away and drop them on this side of the road. actually should be dropping the logs and the sticks about here. That's where we were putting the commercial part of town. 5 logs. Should be able to take all of them sticks, those 5 logs, and drop them there. Logs there. Sticks across here. See thing screen. Sticks this side. Oh, think. Soon as well. Logs moved up. Up. So, have logs up here. We did back down. That's 2, that's 8. That started with. Wanted the workshop on the road edge, didn't we? So, let's have a look. Both. Crafting. Stop. Oh, now look. That's exactly where we built it this morning. There are obstacles blocking the building site. That tree. Try that again. Workshop. No, oh, there we go. Close to the road as it'll let me put it. Change that building. That's meant to be the workshop. Why has it got no walls? Get the straw. I think. Don't have a spare. Log on us. Got 4 sticks. Up. So that is the workshop. That's not the smithy, that's the workshop. Right. So they do the weaving and crafting and all that stuff here. Others are not. Throw them in there for now. Right, we need to eat. I have to risk these morel mushrooms. 0.5% poisoning chance. It's only +1 food though. It's not really worth risking it, is it? Logs up, drop those logs in. Do that, are you? I'll drop that limestone, just stone. Stop you rolling out into the road. Just caught that in time. Get the rest of the thatch out of the house. Start moving materials down there. Let's have a look. Down there. We'll keep the feathers in there for now because we'll move next door into the sewing and that fur. Straw. That tidies up our seeds section and our agricultural tools. Take those sticks, stone, that's stone. Throw them behind here. Get to come down in stones. Oh, the stick's not. That lot. Don't know, but need to eat. How's our trap? Oh yes, we got a bunny. Excellent. Trap again. Oh, give me that bloody stick. Don't make me take the mushroom to get a stick. stone is oh. Arthur, have to go swim, try and clean up a bit. I don't know if it'll work. Take a quick drink. Quick munch on our dried meat. Clean up fish. Hoping we can. Up cleaner. Dirt marker's gone. Got a mission 406 meters away. It's got a mission. That's in Gostovia. Oh, that's Unigost's wife. We got 3 people with missions for in Borowo. 2 up at Branniker. We need money. I don't know if we're going to get money off any of these quests. We may get goods. Speaking of which, there was a stone hatchet and this stone axe, some mead. Stone axe isn't worth much, but we'll throw it in here. It's always one for villagers because they need tools. We've got to start thinking about that. We've got to start building up their tools. We need to get the resources up and running, but we need a house for. I don't know what's up with Twitch tonight, but it keeps crashing my browser. Just dismembered that tree in 2 axe blows. If I only had half that skill, my wood-heated house would be a whole lot easier. The bot has issues and it's in denial. Alright. Beardybot is drunk too at nose of no subs when you clearly have 5 new ones. Yeah. Yeah, we know about this. Why is the game gone small screen? Get back to big screen. Go in here. Right, we need to cook that meat because we need that meat. Got a cooking fire in the house. We have got, looks like 1 day of this season left. So, light a fire, craft, cook that piece of meat. We're desperate for food. Roasted meat. Eat. Didn't give us very much. Only got a couple of bits of this dried meat left. I'm going to eat 1 piece. The other 2 pieces in here. Force me into town. I'm going to sell that mead. I'm going to buy some bread with it. Sell those mushrooms. We're going to have to sprint. Like, in fact, what we're going to do before we go, we are going to munch a daisy. Not a daisy, a dandelion, which is going to give us a stamina cost reduction while we sprint into town. Try and get into town before everybody closes down. Going to get some food off Unigost's wife. Put those rocks on the way back. down. Hunger, thirst, and Unighost. Sounds like a true trinity of myself. Hunger and thirst I can easily fix, but my husband's doing might not be as effortless to revoke. What has he done now? Nothing at all. He was great, so he dead it won't be. Don't even offer guidance and nourishment. I like you already. Yeah, grab the best food this lousy joint can offer and tell me your story. Much to say. Just arrived at the valley looking for my uncle Jordan. Didn't expect to be done searching so quickly, to be honest. Oh yes, he was Unighost's friend. I remember now hearing that he had eyes just like yours. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay, I don't even remember him really. Most that I know about him is from my mother's stories. She always looked up to her big brother, loved him furiously even when he stopped visiting. A lot of people did from what I've heard. There was something special about him. Yeah, tough shoes to fill, huh? The only shoes that you need to worry about filling are your own. Every man is the architect of his own fortune. Thank you for saying that. What I needed to hear, but let's not talk about me anymore. What's your story? I was part of a travelling band of troubadours. I've never managed to learn how to play any instrument, but I was pretty decent with my singing. Our travels brought us to the valley not long after the death of your uncle. I still remember seeing Unighost for the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Jordan wasn't just a friend of his, he was a part of him. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Unighost's presence that I simply knew my place was by his side. Probably noticed the age difference. No, not really. What? Are you implying that I look old? Nothing of the sorts. Anyway, so it looks like you were anchored here by love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that, or blindness, or stupidity, poor judgment maybe, whatever sounds best to you. Pretend all you like you fell hard for the grandpa with sad eyes and you know it. I did. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else, yet I can't imagine breathing without him now. Don't let me go all soft on you. You've surely got some places to go. Pleasure talking to you, Dobroniga. Every second of it. Here, I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs coins these days. Really appreciate that, but I'm not looking for charity. I'll manage. Oh, come on, don't try to be a hero. Sigh, men. Alright, do something for me then. It won't be a handout, just your first pay. That I can agree on. What do you need? There's a farmer in the village. She's called Jaragnewa. Usually supplies the tavern with rye, but I haven't got anything from her in a while. My stock is almost gone, and you don't even want to imagine what would happen to these people when we run out of beer. Consider it done. While we're speaking of beer, Unighost asked me to grab a couple for us. Of course, here you go. Great, thank you. He promised to tell me some stories about Jordan. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, thank you. Right, Dynasty Rep plus 10. Got here. That's Wolfstan.
Greetings, stranger.
He's pretty old, 53. Small talk. What's on your mind lately? Spent most of my life in this valley. I just wonder what lies beyond the mountain ridge, but my caution tells me curiosity killed the cat. Okay.
It was nice seeing you.
Baldwina, Stanker. I've got a feeling Jaguanira's gone to bed. She's up here. Find her. Try and clear this quest down before sunset, before everybody goes to bed. Yeah, she's up here in this house. And no, she's not. She's outside. Is she? There she is. That's Frida. It's Unighost. Hey Unighost, you're looking at the proud house owner from the valley, and I'm back bearing beers. A job well done indeed. Alright, let me wet my throat with this amber goodness and start reminiscing. I knew Jordan for 22 years before he died. He was my best and truest friend, a brother actually. I remember the day we met as if it was yesterday. I was 25 at the time. Living in the big city of Jellenberg, where I was born, you could say I hated that place, but still it was the only home I ever knew. Maybe someday I'll tell you more about that. Anyway, I was forced to take care of my own, so I did, doing the only thing I could do, stealing. You thief? I was, and a bloody good one, if I might say. Picking pockets was my bread and butter. I could steal a piece of steak right from your fork and you wouldn't even notice. What are you up to, girl? It wasn't greed that motivated me, just survival, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the process. Stealing is still a crime, no matter the motivation. I'd say you'll want to wait and hear a bit more before getting all high and mighty on me. I'm sorry, go on. Girl, will you sit still? We had an annual festival at Jellenberg. It always brought a whole bunch of outsiders to town. You can imagine what that meant for a man in my profession. I could do a day's worth of work in a matter of minutes. I grabbed a few coins here and there, jewellery, a pair of new boots, and then I saw a nobleman with a money bag strapped to his belt, basically begging to be set free. I sneaked behind him in the crowd, like I did 1,000 times before. Child's play. I gently grabbed the pouch, did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting neatly in my palm. Just needed to turn around and disappear, like always, and then wham! I was punched in the face, but by what felt like a bull, and I was so shocked I didn't even realise what happened until I hit the ground. My head was pounding, I could barely see straight, and do you know what was the first thing I saw next? Another blow coming? Aha, no, a smile, a big radiant smile on the face of the man with two different eyes. Your Uncle Jordan, the one I took for a nobleman. He stuck his hand out, helped me get up, and offered me a beer. Wait, he did realise you were trying to rob him, right? Of course he did. Don't get it. That's just how Jordan was, you see. Your uncle was deadly clever, smartest man I've ever known, hands down. He could see the world like nobody else, predict things. He always had at least a dozen steps ahead of anyone else, so on a rare occasion that somebody surprised him, he was intrigued. And he wasn't expecting you. Indeed, apparently, even despite my failure, I was still the one that came the closest to robbing him, and he liked that. So I'm guessing you accepted his invitation, right? I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of the guy at that moment, so we went. He took me to the most expensive and most crowded tavern in the whole town. Remember that it was the day of the festival. Even entering that place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care, though. In a matter of seconds, we were sitting at the table being serviced by two barmaids at the same time. It was surreal. In my mind, there was only one explanation. He owned the place. Did he? Not at all. It was his first time in Jellenberg. It all felt like a dream, to be honest, especially with me still being dazed after the punch. I was still sure he was a nobleman. His manners, his clothes, the way he talked and moved. Then he chugged a beer like it was a race, wiped the face with his sleeve, and burped like a drum. He went from the lord to the savage like that, snaps his fingers. I relived that moment a dozen times until I realised why he did that. It wasn't a mistake, oh no, no laziness, no moment of weakness. He wanted me to see it, to understand it. Understand what? That he was full of crap. Ha ha ha, you see, Rasimir, your uncle was one of a kind. He was a true master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. What does that even mean? Imagine a closed door with two armed guards at its sides, and you want what's inside. What are your options? You can force yourself in, bribe the guards, try to pick a lock, but Jordan, he just holds his head up high, walks right in, and demands the door to be open. You were right, that all sounds surreal. I never knew that about my uncle. My mother's stories were quite different. I'm going to be straight up with you, it all sounds made up. Let's go with this one. Because I'm afraid she knew a quite different Jordan than me, than everybody in the pack. Wait, the pack? Oh dear, Rasimir, there's so much more you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun, but it's getting late. Come on, you can't just leave me hanging like that. Alright, I'll tell you a bit more. After that beer we had a couple more, then some mead if I remember correctly. We were talking about our past, our dreams, convictions, started making some drunk and absurd plans. I thought we were joking, to be honest. The next thing I remember is waking up in silk sheets. I'm guessing they weren't yours, correct? Are you kidding? It was the first time I'd even touched fabric like that. Girl, you really need to calm down. The ceiling in the chamber was so high it could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming. Then the servants walked in. I was ready to flee. Instead of fighting me, they presented me with breakfast. Really? How come? It was all Jordan's doing. I've never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked, he just burst into laughter, even years after. Needless to say, I left Jallenberg with him on that day, the first time I went outside of the town's walls, and never came back. That was the day the pack was born, and 3 years later there were 5 of us, a real team, a family. We called ourselves the Reminders. Oh, how I wish I could be there. It all sounds incredible. I've never had adventures like that, and probably never will. Easy, my boy. It wasn't always fun and lovely, but it's a tale for another time. It really did get late. I'm sure you still have a lot of work to do. Come and find me tomorrow. We'll talk some more. I'll do that. Thank you, Unigost, for everything. Girl, what is your issue? Now you run away when I want to talk to you. Good grief. Right, we've still got that buff running. Yeah, that's Unigost to talk to tomorrow. We need food. Hope you're still in here, missus, and still open. Oh, you have. You've closed and gone. Damn it, I need food. Sell me food. Can't hunt. I don't have a bow. Hello, geese. Torch, no. Iron knife, 30%. Yes. Nobody saw that. Right. Where is she? Is she asleep? Yes, she is asleep. No, she's not willing to talk. Damn it. Only one way we can survive this right now, and that's to sleep at this campfire and then speak to her in the morning.